Yes, our God is good all the time. In the very first place, I give all glory and honor to the living God for giving us such a beautiful evening to have a fellowship with one another. And I also would like to acknowledge our student leader for giving me this privilege. Thank you. Before I get into my message, let me pray. Eternal God, loving Heavenly Father, thank you so much for giving us such a beautiful time. Preach the gospel wisely. I will not much speak on the main passage, rather I'll be more emphasizing on the idea how we have to present the gospel in this fast changing generation, and how we have to take the gospel to the unreached people in this chaotic world. Background. Tonight I'll be preaching on Matthew chapter 13 verse 1 to 9 and 18 to 23, the parable of the sower. Background. This book was written by Matthew himself around 50 and 60 AD. This mainly this book was writing for a Jewish Christian audience. Matthew's main concern is to present Jesus as a king and teacher even greater than Moses. He traces Jesus' lineage all the way back to Abraham. Parable meaning. The meaning of parable is earthly story with heavenly meaning. Jesus used 36 parables during his ministry. Among those, this parable is very unique, where he explained his parable in a very explicit way. You can see his interpretation in verses 18 to 22. Why Jesus used parable during his ministry is because people, mainly the Pharisees and Sadducees, are well educated, they're well trained, they know the law backward. Whenever Jesus went for preaching or any gathering place, they always follow Jesus, not to listen to his message, but to prove him that he is not a Messiah. And not only that, people are very kind. One of the best example to give to our congregation is our character. Many people, non-believers, will not read Bible. Perhaps they will read Bible, but just for the sake of knowledge and to attack the Christian. Therefore, we have to pray well and we have to live in a godly life in a way that God wants us to live, so that people will, read. Most of the people will read Bible through life. We must interpret the Bible correctly through our life. I had one incident. It is here. It is heard, but people's concern for riches and their worries about life goes. The plans to die. Some people are too concerned with what other people think, and they worry too much. They may be, jealous, anger, or concerned with materialism. There are so many leaders. These type of leaders exist even in this present generation. They focus more on the material things rather than the things of God. Therefore, we have to have the knowledge. We have to have the knowledge of the Scripture, so that only we will be able to discern. Unless we have a Scripture, unless we have a word inside our heart, we can't able to differentiate. We cannot able to see who is false and who is right. Therefore, we have to equip when the privilege is there. We have to learn, so that only we will be able to differentiate. We will be able to correct people when people are doing wrong. The parable number 5. Some seed fell on good soil, and the plants produce corn. Meaning, good soil represents people who hear the message and live it in their lives. Some people have strong faith and remain dedicated to a Christian lifestyle, even when things are difficult. These type of people are the seed fell on the good ground. My friends, it is our duty to present the gospel of Jesus Christ in a very effective way. This is the present portrait of our churches today. This is the picture of our churches today. This parable is very much relevant in this present context. Folks, he said, Lord, what do you want me to do? The question is, are we ready to say to Jesus Christ, Lord, what do you want me to do? Many of us are graduating this year, and many of us are going out from this campus. We have only one month left, as I said before. What is your plan? How are we going to, reach out the gospel to the unreached people? How are we preparing here? The question. Are we ready to ask, Lord, like Paul has asked to Jesus, Lord, what do you want me to do? Same way, my brothers and sisters, let us also ask, let us also pray, Lord, what do you want me to do during this vacation? I believe that God will use us in a mighty way if we only ask that He is ready to use us in a mighty way, in a very special way.